to Meeple Village. Today we are going to be playing Invasion from Outer Space, the Martian game. That's right, we are going to be fighting Martians today. Aliens have landed here on Earth at a carnival, and our heroes, who are circus people, are going to try to fight them off. So join me at the table and let's play Invasion from Outer Space, the Martian game. Alright guys, I got the game almost totally set up. I'm almost done with it. In this game, we are playing Martians against heroes. We have to play with 4 heroes no matter the amount of players playing. So even though I'm just one, I'll be controlling 4 heroes. And also be controlling the Martians, which I'm not supposed to do. You're supposed to have another player play as the Martians. This game plays 2 and up, to 2 to 4. Actually 2 to 5, I would guess. Well, yeah, 1 for hero, and then 1 to control the Martians. And you can play less, you just have to divide the heroes amongst the players, or the heroes and the Martians, because you can have 2 Martian players, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I have the map. These I set out randomly, this L-shaped pieces. These are the ones that are here, but I just wanted to have it all set to make sure everything is on camera. I got my tracker. In this game we're going to play to 13. And we're playing Invasion. I will show you what our objective is in the meantime. But just so you know, the Martians are on this side. I have their command console over here, which I'll be doing evil things with. I have a champion, which is the Zard Beast. I'll show you that one as well. And he's like a big, powerful Martian that can come and help if I summon him. I have the 2 decks over there just because I didn't have any more room to put them. But one is for the Martians, the other one's for the heroes. And over here I have my 4 heroes. And they all have different special abilities. I have to put them on the board to get started. So let's see. Over there I have Cassidy. Now Cassidy is a gunfighter, and she starts the game with a brace of pistols, which she has over here, and that's a ranged weapon. We can have 2 items, one range, one for fighting, which is what we call hand-to-hand combat in this game. So I already given her her gun. Now up there it tells me that she starts at the shooting gallery. So if the shooting gallery is here, because there's 2 L-shaped tiles that I'm not using in this game, these came out randomly. So it might be here, it might not be. I believe it is somewhere where we shoot. Is it here? Yeah, shooting gallery. So she starts here. Now it's my choice in which of these spaces I want to start her out. And I think just so that she can, I'm just going to start her here. I don't think it really matters at the beginning of the game. The heroes can move really fast. You'll see that they roll a d6 to move. Okay, next up we have the Ringmaster, RJ Flanagan, and he starts at the big top tent. Now the big top tent is this thing in the middle. So when you play with him, if you're playing, because this tile is double-sided, for some scenarios you're actually going to use the other side of it. But if this tile is here, then he gets to start at his location. Okay, so he starts there. Next up, we've got Carl, and I'll show you what the abilities and everything, what they mean as we play. Don't worry about that. He starts at the arcade, and the arcade is here. So again, I get to pick where. I like to put them by the doors. I don't know if that's smart or not, but that way they can run out if this building somehow gets compromised. So he's over there, and then Jojo starts at the bear tent, which I don't think we have here. We have the lion tent, but we do not have we have an animal pen, but the bear pen is not here. Bear pen or bear tent. So okay, great that it's not, because then I can show you what happens when it's not. So what happens if his location is not on the map that we've picked, it's probably on another L-shaped tile that we're not using in this game, then he starts in the middle. But as a bonus, because his starting location wasn't available, he gets a hero card. So let's go ahead and shuffle. And let's see what he gets. Now, these are really thick cards, which I love. They're also harder to shuffle, not gonna lie. But very sturdy. Can't really mess these up. Alright, so what does he start with? He is going to start with Fire the Cannon. Let's check it out. So this is an event. There are two types of cards in the game. I talked to you about items already. If you get an item, you can have two of them, one for range, one for hand-to-hand combat, and they belong to the specific hero that found them. But if it's an event, it just goes on the player's hand. Since I'm the only player playing for the heroes, it's going to go into my hand. And I can use this as a range 3. Let's see. Play on a hero in a cannon space with no Martians present. That hero may pay 1 power token to fire the cannon as a range attack. Range 3. Choose any space within range, ignoring line of sight, and roll a d6 for every Martian there. Heroes are ignored, and each Martian is hit on a roll of 3+. And these power tokens is the next thing we're going to do. So it's going to go in my hand, so I'm just going to keep it here face down for now. And then we're going to give each hero starts with a power token. They look like these cool stars. We'll just put one on each hero. And that's it for heroes. I think everything else is ready to go. Let me show you what the objective for this scenario is. Invasion scenario objectives. Heroes must kill 20 Martians to win. Martian champions killed do not count toward victory. And there is our tracker for how many Martians we've killed. And Martians win by killing 2 heroes. If the invasion tracker reaches Earth, however, whoever is currently in the lead wins. And you can read that, but we'll take care of that if the tracker reaches 0 and we have to figure out who the winner is. And one last thing before I completely take it away. We have 13 turns to do this in this game. So I'm going to use this to track how many Martians the heroes have killed. We start at 0. But with that, we are ready to go. So the game comes with a few player aids, which I really appreciated. And we're going to go over a turn with these so that you can clearly see what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. And that will help out a lot. The Martians start. They always start. So let's see. Oh, and one last thing. On the map, you see these little swirly things. That is landing spaces. So the Martians have come with their big flying saucers, and they have apparently 4 flying saucers ready to send Martians down to the board. Which reminds me, the Martian starts with some Martians out there. So, but these can move, and you'll see how that. And then because they're flying saucers, so they can move. They ignore buildings, walls, everything when they move. But let's roll for how many Martians start in the game. In order to do that, we're going to roll 2d6 and see. And we start with 8 Martians out there. So here's all the starting Martians. Now, if I was playing with more players and there were 2 Martian players, the colors mattered. One Martian player will have the purple ones, and the other Martian player will be controlling the blue Martians. But since I'm the only player, then I'll be controlling all the Martians, so the colors do not really matter in this game. Now, the Martians like to stick together. They like to stick together in groups of 3 if possible. And knowing that, I'm going to put them in groups of 3s and as close to the heroes as I possibly can, so we can get this party started right away. So there's 3 over there. I guess we'll put 3 over here. And then, sure, we'll put 1 and 1 so that they flank them. So I'm trying to play as smart as I can for both teams, which is really hard because well, sometimes you're biased. But I'm going to try not to be biased. I'm going to try to be, do good for both teams and see who comes out the winner. So now let's check. What's the first thing that we do on our turn? So here's the Martian turn summary. Each Martian turn has 8 steps that must be done in the following order. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the invasion marker. Remember I told you that this game has 13 turns? That's what that means. So during the first turn, instead of moving the tracker down, we're going to put the tracker at 13, indicating that it's our first turn. And now we're just going to go down. When we get to Earth, the game is over. So that's our first step. What's next? Now that we've done number 1, we can draw new Martian cards. Right now we don't have any in our hand, but every turn we get to draw 2 new cards. So let's do it. And this is what I get. I get a Cone of Light and I get Death Ray. Now if you see this one, it says play immediately. So we have to play it right away. So roll a random building and place a Cone of Light marker on it. No hero may enter this building or search here. At the start of each Martian turn, including this one, discard the top hero card from the hero deck. And this one remains in place. So this is going to be affecting the heroes from now until the end of the game, unless they somehow can get rid of it. So hopefully you can still see it up there. Let's see. Like it says, we have to roll a random building. In order to do that, 1 die. So number 2. Now, we see here, there is a little arrow that shows us that number 2 is this way. So number 2 is this L-shaped zone right here. Now, to know what building is affected by the cone of light, we're going to roll again. There's a lot of rolling in this game. And we get number 6. So now we look for the numbers and the buildings. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the arcade is the building that is going to get that cone of light, and that's why I really didn't, I put them on the door, at the doors, so they can run out of that building. Now he cannot search here anymore. So the game comes with these indicators as tokens to mark the building that has the cone of light. No hero may enter this building or search here. At the start of each Martian turn, discard the top hero card. And it's one-sided. So let's go ahead and discard that first hero card, which I will tell you, sounds bad, but it's not terrible because heroes can pick up stuff that's on their discard pile. So right now there's that event, Acrobatic Dutch, which I don't think is one that they can pick up, so no luck. And then we'll put this here, and this guy is in the dark, so he's got to get out of there as soon as he can. The other card that the Martians drew is a Death Ray, which is very deadly. So this is Martian tech, and you're going to see how this is used when we get to the command phase, which is coming. But just know that with this thing, we can discard it to fire a Death Ray from one of the flying saucers, or the landing sites. And we're going to use the template to do that and roll to wound each hero. There's no crowds in this hero, so to wound each hero in a space crossed by the template, and heroes may not dodge the wounds from the Death Ray. So, but this is not in effect yet. It's in my hand. So we drew new cards. Now we're going to roll for reinforcements. Since we didn't have enough Martians on the map, we're going to roll to see if the Martians get some more. The way it works is wherever there's Martians, that's called a Martian pack. So even though that's a single guy over there, he is considered a Martian pack, and so is this guy. And of course, this is a full Martian pack because there can only be up to 3 Martians in a space. So 2 full Martian packs and 2 single Martian packs. That means they have 4 spaces or 4 Martian packs. If I have to roll a 2d6, and if I roll higher than the number that they already have, then we are going to get some reinforcements. So all I have to roll is a 4 using 2d6. And yes, for sure they're going to get some reinforcement. They don't get them now, though. We're going to get them later in the turn. You're going to see it in the turn order later. So we've done that. So step number 3 done. Now we're going to go to the command phase. In the command phase is where we use this nice little tracker of what we're doing. Every turn in the command phase, the Martians get 2 command tokens, and they can use it to pay for these things. So one of the things that they can do is, for 1 command token, they can draw a Martian card. For 1, they can move a saucer, or the little swirly things, up to 2 spaces. For 2, they can immediately get 3 Martians, 3 reinforcements. For 1, and it's not really for 1, but they can use a token to build some Martian tech. And finally, they can call a Martian champion as well. So let's say that right away they want to start working on Martian tech, which means that we're going to use that over there. They're going to get 2 tokens. And let's say I wanted to use one of them to build Martian tech. Instead of keeping it here, it goes straight to the Martian tech. And I can now, this Martian tech is kind of like I built it. And now I can activate it whenever I want. So all I have to do is discard it to use the Death Ray. If the Martian tech was, let's say, costed 4 points for command tokens instead of 1, I can go ahead and use my second command token to also kind of flow that through. And the same thing happens if I'm calling a Martian champion. It goes through, and I need 5 command tokens to call the Tsar Beast. And why not? Let's do that as well. Since I have no more cards in my hand. I could have gotten more cards, but I think this Death Ray is really going to help me. I have to use it during the command phase, so I have to choose if I want to use it now. The way it works is that you have this Death Ray template here, and what you do is you put it in a corner of any place that has the swirly thing. So I can put it in this corner or that corner, and I aim it. And it can go through buildings. However, it cannot go through these special spaces. For some reason, these are impenetrable. And that's a good thing, because if not, I will certainly use the death ray right now, because whatever space it touches, all the heroes would, well, they could possibly get hurt. I'd have to roll, and depending on where they are at, so if there was a hero, let's say here, 3 or more on a roll of 1 die would hurt it. If it was here, 4 or more, and if it's here, 5. But like I said, I can't go past this thing. These bleachers are super, super strong, so I don't think it's the right time to use it, because no matter where, could hurt one hero, but I want to try and hurt the most heroes, so I'm not going to use it right now, but it might come back later too when the heroes start moving about. So that's the end of the command phase. So now we're going to move Martians. And Martians move really slow. If you've played the Last Night on Earth, which is a game that came before this game, it's pretty much very, very similar with zombies. I understand why the zombies would only move one space, but I don't know why the Martians are so slow, but they are. And they want to, like I said, stick together. So we're going to move them one. And they can move diagonally. They can move just straight forward. I guess we're going to move them straight forward and see where we want to go, that way or that way. Probably where there's more heroes, but we'll see. And then they don't, in the zombie game, the zombies could walk through walls. It was meant like they would found a way, maybe rotten wood that they could go get under. I'm not sure how they did it, but the Martians need to use doors just like us. So, and doors cannot be traversed diagonally. So I can't be here and walk through the door. I have to walk through the door straight through. So I think since there's a door here, of course I know this guy's going to move out because he doesn't want to stay. He cannot enter this building, and there's no reason for him to stay here. He can't search, he can't do much, which we'll figure all that out when we go to the hero's turn. But because of that, maybe it's better if I move them all down so that wherever he goes, they can follow. And then this guy is just going to move diagonally. Now notice some spaces are not the same as others. Not all spaces are created equally. These are smaller spaces. These are bigger spaces. You can move a lot faster through these spaces. So, but for now, he's going to have to move here. And this guy, sure, we'll bring him over here like so. And with that, we've moved all the Martians. So after moving all the Martians, we can fire our ray guns. So that's, in a way, their ranged attack. So Martians also have ranged attack, just like some of us do. Well, actually, one of us does. But hopefully in the game, some other heroes might find ranged weapons. So their range is 1, though. So right now, and they cannot fire through walls or anything like that. So I don't think any of them can reach us. So there will be no firing of ray guns right now. So let's move on. So number 7, fight heroes. Now Martians, just like heroes, can fight hand to hand. So melee weapons or just hand-to-hand combat. However, they have to be in the same space as a hero to do that, and right now it's too early in the game. The Martians are still far away, so there's no heroes in their space, so there will not be fighting heroes. And last but not least, they will land new Martians. So, and then after the Martian turn, there is a fire phase. If there are currently any fires on the board, we don't have fires in the basic game. That's for the advanced rules, which we're not doing right now. But let's land some Martians. Remember how we rolled enough to get some reinforcements? In order to know how many Martians join us, you've guessed it, we're gonna roll. So 2 more Martians. And we have to deploy them at one of the landing sites. So I think we're going to place 1 here and 1 here because this seems to be right now like our best area to go get some heroes. And with that, the Martians are done. So now we're going to go to the hero's turn. Like I said, there's no fires in this game, so we can go to the hero's turn. So let's take a look at the hero summary card. We finished the Martian turn. On the other side, we get the hero turn summary. During the hero turn, each hero may be activated in whatever order you like. The order may change from turn to turn. When a hero is activated, they must complete the following steps in order before the next hero can begin. First thing we're going to do is a move action. Roll a d6 and move up to the amount rolled, or if in a building, give up a move to search. So all of our heroes are going to go before the Martians get another turn. So with that in mind, I think we need to worry about Mr. Strongman Carl first. All right, and we have a little friend here. I think she's siding with the Martians. Are you siding with the Martians or with the heroes? She's undecided. Depends who's winning. That's who she's gonna side with. This is Clementine for all you guys that do not know her. All right, so in order to move, we're going to roll this d6 like this player 8 said, but also we rolled a green die. That's why there's two different color dice in the game. The white one is going to give us movement. The green one is going to give us more power tokens. If we roll a 5 or a 6, we get a power token. So before we do all that, let's check out what Mr. Carl, our strong man, can do. What is he good at? All right, so Carl, now it is my turn. And he's a carnival and he's male, which that just comes into play if another card refers to that. So his abilities: heavyweight, rolls an extra fight dice, may not use gun items, and bash heads. When he wins a fight, he may use a power token to do one additional wound to a Martian in the same space. So this guy likes to get up close and personal and take more than one at a time if possible, right? And he has 4 wounds, so it's hard to kill him. So, and also he has agility 4, which that comes into play when we do the ray guns, which we didn't get to do last turn for the Martians, but I'm sure you'll get to see it eventually. So let's roll. All right, he got a 4 and a 4. So a 4 is not enough for him to get a power token. So no bueno. And then he can either move 4 or he can search in the building where he's at. However, you cannot search in this building because there's a cone of light, which I'm guessing the light is so bright that you can't see anything. So instead, he's going to move 4. Now, he likes to fight, so and he's not wounded. So I think he has to go straight through the door. No ways about that. So 1. And then we can come in here to the second stage tent where we can pick up throwing knives, but there's no throwing knives in the discard pile right now. Or he can join his friends, but I don't think so. I think he doesn't mind fighting a few Martians. So 1, and then 2, 3, and of course he's not going to make it that easy, so let's move 1 more, 4, and put him right here in case he needs to run to the next building for whatever reason. So he's moved, so he cannot search, because you can either move or search. Okay, what's next? The next thing he can do is exchange items, may give and or receive items with other heroes in the same space. But he's alone, so he cannot do that right now, and he has no items. So the next thing he can do is a ranged attack, may make a single ranged attack if the hero has a ranged weapon, but he has nothing on him right now. And then finally he can fight Martians. The hero must fight any Martians in their space, but there are no Martians in his space. After the hero turn, there is a crowd phase if there are any crowd markers. But in this game, we don't have any crowd markers, at least not yet. We're not supposed to play with them in the basic game. So basically, his turn is over because he has no ranged weapons. There's nothing to fight over here. So he's just here. He's just ready for next turn where he can probably, if he's left alone, search and, then get some goodies. But that's it for him, and I'm just going to lay him down so that I know that I've activated him, because keeping track of all this is going to be hard if I don't somehow do it. Because remember, you can activate heroes in whatever order you'd like. All right, so who wants to go next? She starts with ranged, so her range is 2, as you're going to see. So let's go ahead and have her go. All right, Cassidy. All right, so she gets a 5 and a 2. Perfect. That means that she does get a power token, and she gets to move 2. But before she does, what is her abilities? So Cassidy, the trick shooter, I only need 1 shot, and her special words are carnival, gunslinger, and female. She's a gunfighter. Starts the game with the brace of pistols, which she already has, and then trick shooting may use Trick shooting may use a power token to add +1 to a ranged attack roll to hit or to prevent having to discard a gun item. Because a lot of times you use an item and if you roll low, you have to discard it. So my plan was to move her here. Actually she can, because she has a move of 2, so she could stay in the building and shoot from there. I wish she could shoot from here, but her range is 2. She won't be able to search this time. And 2. They're gonna move over here next turn, but we need to kill them, right? We need to kill them. 1, 2. From here she won't be able to. 1, 2. She can go right out in the open, but I want to keep them in buildings if possible, because you can only search in buildings, cannot search out here. So 1, 2, we'll do that, and she's gonna have to just stay there, and she can't search. But next up, we're going to, well, we could exchange items, but she's alone again. Not again, she's the first time she's alone, but she's alone, so there's no one to exchange items with. So we'll go to range, and let's take a look at the brace of pistols. So it's a range 2. It's an item, range weapon, gun, and target up to 2 Martians within range, and roll a d6 for each shot. This may be 2 shots at the same Martian. On each roll of 4+, a Martian is hit. If 2 shots are fired and natural doubles are rolled on the dice, brace of pistols runs out of ammo and we have to discard it. There it is. But remember, she has a special power where she can add 1, so she doesn't have to discard, or she can add 1 to be able to hit something. Okay, so because of that, we're targeting this space. We're gonna target the purple Martian, I guess, and let's roll for her first shot, and it's a 5, so that hits. So 1 Martian is dead. And in this particular scenario that we're playing in this adventure, if we hit a Martian, we what do you call it? We need to track it. So, and Martians only take 1 hit to kill. The champion takes a little bit. You can tell that he has 3 wounds before he's dead. But these guys, easy peasy. All right, so that's a 5, and we want to roll anything but a 5 or low. Let's see. We rolled a 5, but that's okay, because we can trick shoot, may use a power token to add +1 to a range attack roll to hit, or to prevent having to discard a gun item. So we'll do that to turn that into a 6, because if we roll the same number, we are going to have to discard our pistols, which, I mean, it's just to start the game. We need those, right? So she got 1 power token, but she had to get rid of it, but that's okay. At least she keeps the guns. And that gets rid of another Martian, which brings us to 2. If we kill 20, we win, so we're 18 away. And then the last thing on her turn would be to fight any Martians, but there are no Martians on her space, so she's good to go. Put her down for now, take a nap. You did great. And let's see, I think we're going to do Jojo next. Let's take a look at him. It's a her. Dancing bear, and here's her quote: "Roar. Carnival animal bear. Special rules: bear may not use guns, obviously, or hand weapons. Okay, may use a power token to add +1 to any of his fight dice." Oh no, it's a him. Oh, I thought somewhere I read that it was a girl. Okay, well, okay, dancing bear. Sorry, I apologize. May use a power token to add +1 to any of his fight dice rolls, and gains 1 extra power token at the start of each hero turn. So this guy's never going to run out of power tokens. And dancing may ignore any wound on the DC roll of 5 or 6. And he also is pretty strong, so we kind of want him in the middle of the fight. So with that in mind, let's roll. Okay, and alright, so he got a 4 and a 4. Now, this says dancing bear may not use guns, may use a power token, gains 1 extra power token at the start of each hero turn. Now, does that mean that he gains 1 extra power token if he rolls 5 or 6, or does he just get it? I'm not too sure about that. I would think that he gets an extra 1 no matter what he rolls. So I'm just going to do it like that. By the way, heroes can only hold up to 3 power tokens. That's their max. So Jojo is almost at max. But he does get to move 4. And like we said, he kind of wants to fight, right? I mean, he ignores wounds. He may use a power token to add +1 to any fight dice. So it looks like he's a fighter. And he can move 4. So 1, 2, 3. And the reason why I want to fight this one is because this guy at least is further, and it'll take him a little longer. Because remember, ray guns are range 1. So if he moves 1, he still can't shoot at Cassidy. That's assuming I kill this guy, which I don't know. But that's the end of his move. He also didn't search. He's not in a building, cannot search. So after that, we could exchange items, but there's no other hero here. So we move to range. He cannot use guns, so he most probably won't be doing any range attacks. And the last thing we're going to do is fight. So this time we get to fight. So how do we do that? All right, cool. I'm glad you asked. So we are going to roll. The heroes roll 2 dice, and they're going to be using the white dice. So there's the 2 dice for Jojo. The Martians roll and the number of dice according to how many are in the pack. So in this pack, there's only 1 Martian. So only one Martian is going to roll. Now, there's 3 different results we can get. We're not going to add our rolls. We're just going to pick the highest result. So everybody at the end of the day just is going to use 1 die. We could win, which means somebody rolls higher than the other player, or we could lose, which means the opposite of you get that. Or there could be a tie where nothing happens. So let's see. So the white, which is JoJo, is our winner, which means that we get to wound 1 Martian in the pack. If there were 3 Martians, doesn't mean that we get to kill them all. We only wound 1. But we wounded 1. Now let's see. To do 1 additional wound to a Martian in the same space. Unfortunately, no, that's the wrong guy. May use a power token to add +1 to any of his fight dice. Okay, but he doesn't need to because he's straight out 1. So this guy is out. And of course, I was protecting Cassidy, but I forgot that now JoJo has to deal with this little guy next turn. But he's, I think he should be fine. So he fought. So that's the end of JoJo's turn. And now we only have 1 hero left. So let's take a look at him. All right, RJ. It's all part of the show. He's carnival, he's strange, and he's male. Let's see. Special rules. Speedy may add 1 to his move roll, and leadership may use a power token to heal a wound from 1 hero in the same or adjacent space, including himself on a d6 roll of +3. Or if it's a crowd, on a roll of +5, but we don't have crowds. This may not be used during a fight or a blast from a ray gun. Alright, so Cassidy, not Cassidy, RJ is pretty much our healer, which with this crowd, I guess it works to have a healer because these guys take a lot of damage, but like he dies in 2 wounds. So a Martian can do 2 wounds in 1 turn. I've seen it. Alright, but let's see how he rolls. Alright, so he's not getting a power token because he rolled a 1, but he can move a lot. Plus he can add +1, so he can move 7 if he wanted to. Now, before I move, and I want to move, I think, however, there's a special ability if you stay here. At the end of their move, a hero here may pay 1 power token to draw a hero card. And I want to draw hero cards. I need items, I need stuff. But I also need to kill some Martians. We're at 3 Martians dead. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can totally get there. He's got 7 movements. And then we've kind of cleared this area. We can also go up there and kind of spread and conquer, because the thing in this game is that, especially with that death ray card, I don't want them all together, because the closer the heroes are, the bigger chance that death ray can hit all of them at once. I think with that in mind, I'm going to go up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He still has 2 more movements that he can do. Again, he could exchange, nobody to exchange with. He could use a ranged weapon, but he doesn't. Oh, wait a minute. With that in mind, if he's here, can he go? Oh, I wanted to go in this. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, with his +1, he can make it there. Oh, but he can fight them. So no. I need to be here to be able to fight him. So I wanted to be here inside a building so I could search, but I need to fight this guy. I think it's more important to kill the Martians. So we'll just leave it the way it was. And then, of course, like I said, range attack, but he has no range weapons. So we'll try and fight this guy. There's only 1. When they're alone like that, that's, I guess, a better time to fight. And what is my event again? Oh, range 3. Yeah. Easy to forget all the cards when you're playing with all these people. But, alright. So, again, we're going to fight. So, heroes roll 2 dice. And the Martian, according to how many are in the pack, which is 1. Woo! Okay, so it's a tie. He rolled a 6, but so did the Martians. So nothing happens. And he's done, so I'm just going to get everybody up. And we're going to go to the Martian turn. During the Martian turn, the first thing is to move the tracker down. We started at 13. Why are you at 12? Now you're at 12. Okay. Next up, we're going to draw 2 more cards. We get another Martian tech and a Martian event. Let's take a look. We have Illusion. Play at the start of a Martian turn to choose any item that a hero has and discard it on a d6 roll of 4+. or choose a hero player to instantly discard one event card from hand, which I know the heroes have an event card in their hand. And then Translation Matrix, Martian Tech, which I have to pay, it costs us 3. Once per fight, a Martian pack may re-roll one of its fight dice. Ooh, nice. And the manual is very clear. Start of a turn is anytime before anybody moves. So we're still at the beginning of a turn, so if I wanted to play this event, I could. And I kind of want to get rid of those guns. They're like the most danger to me right now. Choose any item that a hero has and discard it on a d6 roll of 4+. Let's try it. Also, I don't want to have a lot of cards in my hand because it's so easy to forget that I have them. So let's use them up. So let's see. I need to roll 4 or more to get rid of those guns, and I don't. Oh, come on. Okay. So this goes in the discard pile. Oh, also I gotta point out, if the heroes ever run out of cards, and this is the beginning of their turn, so they should be getting 1 card on their discard pile because of the Chronolite. If they ever run out of cards, they lose the game. If the Martians run out of cards, they just shuffle their discard pile and go again. Alright, next up we're going to roll for reinforcements. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different spaces with Martians. We gotta roll more than 5. And we do. So we're gonna get reinforcements. Next up is the command phase. So during the command phase, I could do my death ray, and I think I want to. I mean, am I gonna get a chance to hit 2 heroes? We're gonna figure out what to do with those, but I can discard my card to go ahead and use that template, and I can show you also how it's done. So we're gonna start right here. Oh, wrong side. Right there, and anything we touch is going to be a hit. I mean, a possible hit. So we have JoJo at +3 and Cassidy at +4. So I'm rolling 1, and I want to see 3 or more. Oh my gosh, this Martians! What in the world? I at least hit somebody. So his heroes are the luckiest. It's okay. All right. Anyways, I have 2 more. I can start working on this Martian tech, but really, I think I'm going to put everything on building my champion. 2 more, and I can get him out there because he doesn't count for the total that they need to win the game. He's a big threat. And I also want you guys to see him in action, so I'm doing it for all of those reasons. Alright, so command phase is done. We tried to do the death ray, didn't work out, and now we are on our way to the Zard Beast. So now we're going to move Martians. This guy won't move because he's already next to a hero, which is where he wants to be. That guy... Let's bring him here because this will give us more flexibility with these big spaces of where he gets to go. This guy definitely wants to move here with JoJo. These guys are going to go out the door, and so is this guy following behind. So we moved all the Martians, and we get to fire our ray guns. And this time we have a few that are in range. So that guy is in range of RJ. And if you are in range, you will fire your ray gun at the same space, or you can fire to an adjacent space. So the way the ray guns work, remember, 5 or 6 to hit. Let's see if the Martians can turn this around. They've had the worst luck so far. They still don't make it. Okay, so that's a 4, so that ray gun does not hit. But we have, these guys are not, there's no line of sight and they're not in range. But this blue guy over here is right next to JoJo, so, but he still doesn't make it. So this guy's, I mean, come on, hit something. These Martians are kind of like stormtroopers. They have the worst aim in the world. But after the ray gun, we still have some hope that they can do something. We're going to fight heroes. So let's start up there. 1 Martian. Heroes are still rolling 2 dice. Okay, finally, the Martians. Okay, so the Martians win. I don't have anything to contra... Nope, I don't. Okay, and they don't have anything. They just have Martian tech, right? Right now, yes. So, yeah, it's a wound to this guy. So RJ is wounded, and notice that he can die soon. If I had more Martians over there, I would go get him. All right, let's try JoJo. It's the only other one that's being attacked right now. Okay, but JoJo is the winner on this one. He doesn't even need to use his ability. So this Martian dude is done. I'm gonna go to 4. Okay. And now after all that, we're going to land reinforcements. And remember this time during our turn, we did roll enough. So we're getting new Martians. How many new Martians do we get? We're getting 4. Okay, so let's put 3 up there with our friend. Because he's almost dead. So. And then 1 over here. Which, if JoJo wants to come, he'll have to move in to fight him and won't be able to search. So there you go. I haven't even searched the whole game. It's like, wow, so important to search. All right, so with that, we are finished with the Martians. We're going to go back to our heroes. That guy is in trouble. I think we'll start with him. So first, maybe use a power token to heal a wound from one hero or the same or adjacent space. So I think we're going to do that and we're going to run. Let's see. Let's roll for him first. Alright, so he is not getting a power token because he only rolled a 4, but he does get to move a lot, which we kind of need him to run and take cover somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would put him at least here in the fire wagon where he could pick up any explosives, which there are none, but at least he'll be kind of far from the... I think we're going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Call me a coward. I also want to search. And also during his turn, he's going to use the power token. He may use the power token to heal a wound. Or should we just... No, there's 3 guys coming. It's too much. So he'll heal this wound. Oh wait, he has to roll. It's not that easy. May use a power token to heal a wound from one hero in the same or adjacent space, including himself, on a d6 roll of 3+. So let's see if he can roll a 3. The way these guys have been rolling, I think he's got it. Nope, he doesn't got it. So he stays wounded. So I guess I'm glad that I moved him. He does lose his power token. So there he goes. So he's moved. And now he could exchange. He could use a ranged weapon. He can fight heroes. So none of that is going to happen. So he's done. Alright. So, and he could move 1 more. 1, 2, 3. I guess he could. So we'll put him over here a little further. And also he can escape that way if he needs to keep running. Now that death ray is sounding really, really tasty. Alright, Cassidy, not Cassidy. Why do I keep calling him Cassidy? RJ is finished. Should we try JoJo? And see if we can get rid of this guy. Because she's too far and I want to get her to search. So yeah, let's see what JoJo rolls. Alright, so he's only moving 1, but that's all he needs. He's not getting a power token. He does get that extra one. Alright, so he's going to move over here because he likes to fight. And then we could exchange items, range attack. Finally, we're in the last part of the turn where we get to fight. JoJo is white, rolling 2 dice, and the Martians are green. Alright, and JoJo is again the winner. So another one gone, which puts up to 5. Alright, I know I need to either run or go kill these guys. I would also like to search. This turn, on their next turn, they can't cross the door diagonally, so they'll have to move here, and that's it. So I think I'm kind of okay with him searching, maybe getting something useful. So let's see what he rolls first. Okay. No power token, he has 5. By the way, you can always roll and then make a decision if you want to use your die to move or if you just want to stay put and search. And I think we're going to search. It is an event, an ally. The Flying Farini twins, there they are. Play to immediately move a hero up to 2d6 spaces, ignoring any walls, fires, and other models. If used during a fight, cancel that fight. If used during a blast, that hero ignores the effect of that blast. Drum roll, please. Alright, I guess we'll kind of keep it and use it when we're in a pickle. So we searched, and now we could do range attack, but of course he has no ranged weapons. He could fight, but there's nobody to fight. He's all done. He's just waiting for these guys to come in here. Of course, there's a lot of them, but I think he can handle them. Alright, next up, we have Cassidy? Yeah, she's the only one left. She also wants to search. Let's see what she rolls. Alright, she gets a power token because she rolled like a champ, and then 5, but I think I want to leave her there and search. I'm just hoping to get more items that I can give to my fellow friends. And I get another event. Choose any hero to immediately gain D3 power tokens, or choose any board section and roll a D6 for every hero there. On the roll of 2+, that hero gains a power token. So right now I could pick this section and try to give this guy power tokens, but he's full. He doesn't need any more power tokens. And, well, he could use some power tokens. But I guess I can make that decision later if he needs them. So I can just save this. I was hoping for items, but didn't get him. And again, she can do range attack. She has a weapon, but there's no one to attack, so she's just going to wait. And with that, we've done all the heroes, so they come back up. Okay, and we go to the Martian. We first go down 1, and after that, we're going to draw 2 more cards for the Martian. Gets a Martian event that remains in play, and 2 Martian events. Let's see what they are. Lights out. Martian event. Play this card at the start of a Martian turn on any building to place a lights out marker on it. The Martians have cut the power. Any hero moving into a space within this building immediately ends their move. Harder to move through buildings where there's no lights. The Martian marching. Play to allow a full Martian pack, 3 Martians, to move up to 3 spaces this turn instead of their normal move. This Martian pack may not split up during this move. Chuck, chuck, chuck. So of course the lights out works best in a big building where there's going to be lots of movement, and moving a full Martian pack up to 3 spaces is going to be very helpful. We might even get to see it. I mean, these guys, if I can move them 3, the strongman was not expecting that, was he? All right, but that's drawing cards. So then we're going to roll for reinforcements. Let's see. And we have 9, which I think means we got them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, definitely we're getting reinforcements this turn. Okay. And then the command phase where I get 2 more. And I think with 2 more, guess what? If I use them both here, we can get that Zard Beast going. So I think we are going to put the Zard Beast out. Just so you get an idea, he moves 2 and he gets 3 fight dice, not just 1 like the other ones. He's a champion beast, takes 3 to kill. And roar. At the start of any fight, hero must lose 1 power token. Toughness. Ignores any wound on the d6 roll of 4+. Giant counts as a full Martian pack and ignores walls during movement. Wins fights on a tie. And then Rage. Moves first, and any Martians moved over are crushed. Must move to a hero in the same or adjacent space. Yeah, he's just a little tiny Martian. That's it. And Clem came to see the beast in action. There we go. Where should we put? Well, I think he has to start on a landing space. And guess what, Jojo? Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, dude. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So we're gonna have some Zard Beast happening this turn. Okay, so that was the command phase. A very effective one, if I must say so. Let's see. Now we're going to move Martians. So, and remember, I have that card that I will use now. Play to allow a full Martian pack. Oh, first, this guy would move, right? He moves first, and he crushes anything in his path, any Martians in his path. But he doesn't need to move. He is right where he needs to be. So, now the little ones. So, play to allow a full Martian pack of 3 Martians to move up to 3 spaces this turn instead of their normal move. We can now split them up. But I don't want to split them up. I want to move them 1, 2, and 3. Well, the Martians are finally going to do their thing. And then this guy only moves 1, moved all the ones over here. This guy, we're going to move him over here. 1. These guys will follow. All right, Mr. Martians. And that's it for Move Martians. So now we're going to fire some ray guns. Now this guy doesn't have a ray gun, so that's good. But these do. And there's 3 in the pack. So we're going to fire 3. And none of them hit. Are you serious? If one of them did hit, then what would happen is, or even two, Carl will have to roll his agility. So his agility is 4+. So he can kind of scoot out of the way and not get hurt by the ray blast. But he'd have to roll 4 more in order to do that. But they're aiming terribly. So that's it for the ray blasts. Yeah, because those cards are too far. This guy, oh nope, he didn't make it because obviously too far. So now we go to fight. And do I have something to help them fight? I forgot. Once a fight, a Martian pack may reroll one of its fight dice. Very good. Okay. So let's see if we need to play that. Who wants to go first? I think we're gonna deal with these guys first. Let's see. They're gonna be rolling 3 because there's 3 Martians. And the hero still rolls 2. Now before I do that, let me see if there's... I can always get out of the way, remember? Play to immediately move a hero up to 2 DC spaces, ignoring any walls, fire, and other models. If used during a fight, cancel that fight. If used during a blast, the hero ignores the effects of that blast. So if I lose, I can still get out of the way. In the meantime, he rolls an extra fight dice. Oh, I haven't been doing that. Oh, I've been cheating. So he has an extra fight dice. He cannot use guns. Okay, and then bash heads. When he wins a fight, he can use it to hurt someone else. So let's see if he wins the fight. If not, maybe he'll just run. Okay, so what do we have? We have no one winning. Everybody rolled 6. So it's a tie. So nothing happens. Okay. Now, we have to deal with this. So remember, the beast rolls 3, so he's rolling that. Jojo only rolls 2. What else can Jojo do? May use a power token to add +1 to any of his fight dice, and he gains 1. Okay. May ignore any wound on a d6 roll of 5 or 6. So even if he gets wounded, we can try and ignore it. Let's see how it goes. All right, Jojo. Jojo is the winner. Look at that. Okay. He doesn't even need to use the power token. He does 1 wound to Mr. Scary Dude. And that's it. The fight ends. We don't continue. Everybody just stays put. Now we're going to land new Martians. Okay, how many new Martians do we get? 2. All right. We can't put them here because he counts as 3 and we can only have 3 in a slot. So I think we're going to go over to this side and continue to come from over this side. To try and get the heroes to stick together so I can, if I get another death ray, I can use it. Anything else I can do on my turn? I don't think so. This is a play at the start of my turn. Oh, I could have re-rolled. Oh no, this is Martian tech. I need to pay for that before I use it. So no, I did it right. Okay. All right. Back to the heroes, which are in trouble now. All right, let's go with the interesting ones first. What do you think? I think we should start with one of these. She can come help, so we'll wait on her. Let's deal with Carl first. So Carl, if you've seen The Walking Dead, you know what I'm talking about. All right, come on, Carl, you got this, dude. All right, so he can leave or he can try and fight. Because you don't have to, if you're in a space with Martians, you can still run away. I kind of want to fight them. I don't know. I know we're gonna really the same. They're there. I can't search because I can't search if there's Martians. So there goes that idea, which I haven't searched all game. I can't believe it. You usually want to search so you can have more, search a little bit. I guess at least 3 times. Let's see. Let's just stay there. Let's be brave, right? We can do this. We only have 200 more to go. All right, everybody's rolling 3. Remember, white are the humans because Martians are green, right? Anyways, he's rolling 3 because he rolls an extra 1. And if he wins, we can at least get something else killed. So let's see if he can do it. Okay, looks like he did. Oh yeah, he rolled a 6. Beautiful, because if not, he wouldn't have done it. However, oh no, this is Martian tech. I have to build this in order to be able to re-roll. So I need to start building this because this would have come in handy already twice. All right, but in the meantime, he does win. So 1 is gone, right? And we move to 6. And he's going to go ahead and bash heads. When he wins a fight, they use a power token to do 1 additional wound to a Martian in the same space. So let's just get rid of another one. Why not? We'll go to 7. All right. And now you see the importance of those power tokens, and we're running out. But I have a card that lets me get some more. But in the meantime, he is done. And he's going to have to face whatever comes his way next turn, which might mean another Martian, and he's got 2 more. I mean, we'll see what fate awaits Carl. In the meantime, I think she might be able to help. Do you think Jojo can do it on his own? I think Jojo can do it on his own. No, he can't, because Jojo can he can ignore wounds, and he can add +1 to his fight dice, but that would only be 1 wound. If she had a range of 3, I would love that, because that means she'll be able to search. But I guess we'll have RJ search. He'll be the guy that searches this turn. She's gonna come help. I want to be greedy and search, but sometimes you search and then you get stuff that you don't even want. So I think, okay, she does get a power token. Does she need 1? Yes, she can use 1 more. So she's up to max now. And then she gets to move 5. 1, 2. I'm going to put her here because I have a card in my hand that lets me use that cannon as range 3. Not that I'm going to do it. I'm going to fire my guns, but I just want to position her. Although she was here, she can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put her in there, if I put her in the animal pen, she can pick up cabbage. There's no cabbage, but she's in the building. So next turn, hopefully, I can search. And she's still at range 2. And line of sight works kind of. It's interesting how line of sight works. Obviously, you have to be able to see clearly to the space you're aiming at. If you're in a building, they assume that there's windows or holes that you can see through. So she can, if she's by a wall, or in this case a door, she can see out. However, they cannot see in. So he doesn't have line of sight to her, but she has line of sight to him or her. I don't know if the Zard Beast is a boy or a girl. But she's going to use her range 2 weapon, which lets her fire 2 shots either at the same Martian or at a different Martian. She's going to be shooting at the Zard Beast. And what does she need to get again? On a roll of 4+. So, oops, this guy was here. Alright, so let's do 1. Oh, she did not get it. And let's do another one. And she does get it. So that's 1 wound. So after all, Jojo's going to have to finish the job. Okay. Let's see, may use +1 to hit, but even if she uses a power token, or even 3 of them, well, if she uses 3 of them, it'll get to 4. But can she do that? To roll, prevent, am I reading the wrong? May use a power token to add +1 to a range attack roll to hit or to prevent having. So I don't know if you can use all 3 and like make this a 4. I don't know if I'm cheating, so I don't want to do it. I mean, it makes sense that it would work, because then she won't have any more power tokens and won't be able to use it again. But just in case, I don't want to cheat, so I'm not going to do it. So she's done because she did her range attack. There's nobody to fight there, so we'll go to Jojo, who is our other dude that we need to worry about. No power token for him, but he's at max. He could move, but I don't think we want to. I want to finish this guy. So we're going to skip through the exchange items, the range, and we're going to fight. So Jojo, roll like a champ last time. This guy rolls 3. Forgot about that little detail, but it's okay. Jojo can ignore a wound, and all we gotta do is 1 more. This guy is gone. Of course, he won't count for our tracker, but this time Jojo did not win. And again, may add +1, which if I do that, it will get me to 6 and they would tie. But I don't know if I can do that. Oh no. So I'm just going to wound him. But before I wound him, remember he can dance. And he may ignore any wound on the d6 roll of 5 or 6. So let's see if he rolls 5 or 6. Of course, I don't have high hopes for him because I'm already holding the wound. There's a 6. Come on, you can do this. 5 or 6. Whoa, okay, so he does ignore a wound. Should have been more confident in you. Got those dancing skills. Okay, and that's the end of him. He fought. There's the Zard Beast ready to attack again. All right, and now we have our friend over there. Let's roll for him. All right, RJ, what you got? All right, power token. Good, because you need that. And then, do you want to search? I think so. I think he can search instead of moving 5. Those guys are still far. So what do we get, RJ? It's range 2. It's a ranged weapon. Yay! You may target one space within range. Roll a d6 for each Martian in that space. Martians are hit on the roll of 5+, which is hard to do. After rolling, for all Martians there, roll one more d6. On a roll of 1, the hero has run out of throwing knives, and we must discard it. And you can use your items right away. Unfortunately, we're not in range because we are not moving. In order to search, we cannot move, so we're too far to shoot. So he searched. Cannot use. He cannot exchange. No range. No fighting. He's done. So everybody up. The Martians are back in.